Hey guys, how you guys doing today? I had some questions in the chat that somebody wanted me to go over the VLO trade that made today. That we scored 100% on the day trade, 70% on the swing trade, and we still got those working right now. But I'm gonna go over exactly what I saw, why I went in the trade, and give you guys a little perspective. So this is Valero's day chart. We can see that this uptrend right here, it broke and it's been on a stairway down, just fully down, right? So when I entered in this trade, this was in here. This didn't even form yet, right? It was down here. Now, these two levels I have here, let me zoom this out. So I was looking for major support in this area. So I seen there was a major support here, but it just took it out. And then there's some major support here and some major support here. And then there wasn't really any major support until down here. So these were the last of the major supports right here. So I extended those to the left, and I saw that Valero was inside those major support levels of 86 to 89. And if we go look, we could see that in between those levels, there was pretty good support. And from we bounced here, and we rallied up pretty hard. So I knew that if this support and this support wasn't holding, this support was gonna hold. It was good support. And it turned out it did hold. I also looked at, so in the trade, this is the 5-minute chart. In the trade, I started looking at it when it was actually at its low. And I saw it in there. I was like, okay, Valero has earnings coming up in 2 days. It's like, all right, it's at a major support. Okay, I'm gonna look for a reversal. And as I was watching it, I saw we made a low. Okay, and then we made a bullish engulfing candle, which is a reversal, a type of reversal candle with good volume. And we had confirmation. And then on this confirmation, that's when I got in. So I got in here buying 89 calls for this Friday and 89 calls for 2 weeks out. So I got 89 calls for a day trade and 89 calls for a swing. Okay, entered in here, and then the volume started picking up nicely. So I held. And we broke this essentially resistance, but it was the support that I was counting on holding. And it rallied up, and I took some profits here because I was 95%. And I took some more profit, I believe, somewhere either here or here for 100%. And still holding some small positions, and also the swing still up 70%. So what else did I see? Now, why did I take profits here? Because we had a big candle up, and usually when we have a big candle up, we either consolidate, but you're gonna get your best price on strength. So you want to sell into strength, not into weakness, right? You want to sell on these big candles. You don't want to sell on these weakening candles. So that's why I sold on this candle as we pushed up, and possibly one of these candles, or this one possibly. Forgot which one, but it was one of these big candles. So you want to sell into strength, not weakness. You'll get your best bang for your buck that way. What I also saw on as I was looking at Valero and seeing that it had that strong support right there, and we were just cascading down with no stopping. And here on that strong support, it was the last support that I saw, the last strong support that I saw. From this uptrend right here. So this was the last kind of consolidation zone that I seen. So I knew that that had to hold, had to get some type of bounce. So I'm anticipating this bouncing up to at least 95. Probably going to go higher, but at least 95. It might even fill this gap. Depends on what earnings does. But also what I saw when I was looking at Valero is I was looking at crude oil. And I charted crude oil, and I noticed that there was support here and resistance up here. So as it was coming down here, not only did it break its 200-day today, it broke right through that, and its 100-day. I saw this support, and I figured that, okay, if you're breaking your 100-day and you're breaking your 200-day, you don't have the juice to break through this trend line. And I think it bounces here, crude oil. I think it bounces here, and it stays within this range between 60s and 70s, more or less. So I saw crude oil bouncing here, and I saw Valero hitting strong support. So I anticipated that Valero was going to make this candle, and it worked out. Now, why is this candle important? Now, this candle is a reversal candle. It says that the sellers pushed this price down, and the buyers came in and pushed this price back up and held the ground. Whereas all these other candles say sellers, 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 sellers. Okay, some buyers, but the longer the wick on the bottom of the tail, the stronger. Now, why is this important? Because if we go down to an hourly chart, we can see exactly what that tail is made out of, right? It's essentially, this is on the hour chart, we have another reversal candle here, and then we have a confirmation. So this is a confirmation. It's a big green candle right after reversal candle. That's confirmation. And now what do we have here on the hourly chart? We have a bull flag forming. We have a bull flag on the hourly chart. So that's nice to see on Valero after we got in near the bottom, and we're holding calls for swing and also day trade, overnight swing. So if this continues and hits our 95 that we're thinking, we're already 100% on our day trade, and we've already took almost 50% profit. So that trade is free. And our swing trade, we're at 70%. So if that continues up, we're going to be making over 100% on that swing and possibly over 200% on that day trade. And simply just by looking at major support, where's it going to hold, watching for that bounce, looking at crude oil, and seeing that it's also coming off of support and getting in there. As you can see, crude oil bounced off that several times and is now coming back up. Using those few things, I was able to make 100% in the day for the day trade, and potentially more, and also 70% in the swing trade, and potentially more, just by using those two little things: support, resistance, reversal candles, confirmation. That's it. Just waiting for those things. So that was my trade on VLO. Got in here, pretty much the bottom. You're never going to time the bottom right. You get near it though, because you got to wait for those confirmations. And it doesn't matter if we get in the bottom or not, because we still make good money. All right. I hope that cleared some things up for you guys, and I hope you guys learned something. Thanks. See you guys in the